Did you know that President Andrew Johnson at first didn't support the Civil Rights Act?
He was concerned that Congress didn't have the right to pass such a law.
It all started when Congress enacted the Civil Rights Act in 1866.
To provide those born in the United States full and equal benefits of all laws and proceedings.
To make America a more racially equal nation.
Southern states were also opposed to the Civil Rights Act, but Congress overruled them with their expressed constitutional rights in Article 1, Section 5.
Congress rid themselves of radical Republicans by expelling them, so that the 14th Amendment had a clear shot into ratification.
The Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment is essential to us today because it provides civil liberties and equality to citizens.
An important piece of the Equal Protection Clause is equal racial justice under the law, which protects all races in the court system. The 14th Amendment is the most referred to amendment in the United States court system. One example is the case Regents of the University of California vs. Bakke in 1978. The UC Davis Medical School had set aside 16 spots for minorities to address unfair minority exclusion. 16 candidates who fit that criteria made it into the school even though they had lower test scores than Bakke. Bakke wasn't granted admission and therefore launched a lawsuit saying that he wasn't admitted simply because he was white. The Supreme Court ruled that the university's rule of strict racial quotas was unconstitutional, but it also said that race could be used as one of the several factors in the admission process.
Lawful protection of marriage is another important piece of the Equal Protection Clause. In the case Aubrey-Geefel v. Hodges in 2015, 4 groups of same-sex couples from Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and Tennessee sued their state agencies to challenge the constitutionality of the ban on same-sex marriage. The court held that the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment guarantees the right to marry as one of the fundamental liberties it protects.
This morning, the Supreme Court recognized that the Constitution guarantees marriage equality. In doing so, they've reaffirmed that all Americans are entitled to the equal protection of the law. That all people should be treated equally, regardless of who they are or who they love.
And that it applies to same-sex couples in the same manner as it does to opposite-sex couples. All states were required to issue marriage license to same-sex couples and to recognize same-sex marriages as valid.
Although every American supports equal protection under the law, African Americans were and are the most supportive of this amendment being passed. A piece of the 14th Amendment that is most important to them is the Equal Protection Clause. This is still relevant today as African Americans continue their fight for equal rights because they still feel like they're being oppressed by society. Eric Garner is a victim of police brutality who never got justice in the court and is one of the many victims that drive the equal rights movement today. On July 17, 2014, unarmed Eric Garner was placed in a chokehold after officers threw him to the ground. Garner pleaded to officers to spare his life, saying 11 times, "I can't breathe."
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
His case has gone viral because of the violent nature of his death and because the officer who killed him was not brought to court or even suspended from his job. It is believed that if Garner was a white man, the severity of the event would have been less. This case, along with many others, are why African Americans heavily support the Equal Protection Clause and continue their fight for equal